Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Thanks for bearing with me. It wouldn't be a Felecia stream if it didn't start late because of tech failure. How are you? Thank you again for being patient and for being here at very early in the morning. I've got a little background music going on. Let me know if it's like aggressive. Um, and I can turn it down for you guys. Hey, hi everybody. Yay! Sorry, I'm going quiet. I'm used to having like a partner. I'm not used to doing these streams solo. So this is my first ever Streamily signing. I'm assuming all of you guys are here because we know each other from the interwebs, but we might not. So if we don't, hi, I'm Felecia. I am a voice actor. And today I am here primarily for a Genshin Impact signing. I am the English voice of the astrologist Mona Magistus. Hi Matthew! I figured that was you. Um, we he welcome. We're all gonna get to know each other, and one thing that you guys, if you don't know already, are gonna learn about me is that I am a little bit behind on technology. So if anything weird happens, you guys just let me know, and I might ask some questions as we go because I don't know what I'm doing. So my first question was, hello, Matt, it is so good to see you. Is there a way that I could make you a moderator? Do you know if I can do that? And would you be comfortable with that? Because I just realized I don't know if the like auto mod thing is set up and it is too early in the morning. Hello, Nick. And hello, Brennemite and Bunny. I don't know why I said it like that, Bunny. But it's so nice to see you. Hello. I'm so sorry for just going quiet. This is me thinking. While we're all here together, I'm going to be signing some prints that I am assuming you guys have already purchased, but if you haven't, you can follow, you can type in the streamily.com/Felecia Angelle and see all the stuff that I got. Thank you, Matt. Do, 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 do. Thank you, channel. Hello, hello. Good morning, everybody. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna make Matt a mod real quick so that I can focus. You would have thought that after this year where everything was digital, that I would have gotten better at this, but I have not. All right. We're gonna try this. All right. I think it did it. So now I can focus on just saying hi to you guys. Yay! Thank you, Matt. Hello, hello. Sam Vegito Sharonos. I'm sorry if I butcher all of your lovely usernames. Azura the Exalted. Hello, hello. JC, hi. Hello from Ireland. My goodness. Thank you for joining us. I love that we can all create. Oh my gosh! Ratty Creations, hello! It has been a while. All right. So I am sort of multitasking here, which, as we have all come to learn, is very much my strong suit, but not when technology is involved. So just let me know if I'm moving too fast. I would also love for us to just chat amongst ourselves while I am also signing. So if you have any questions, ask me whatever within the bounds of reason and polite society. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna start with the Streamily family. Prince, there it is. That's the word. And gonna do my best to kind of go in the order that they were received. And if somebody isn't here, I'll probably hop over them and come back. Just because I'd like for to give everybody a chance to see theirs done live. That's kind of the point. I will also be back tomorrow morning around the same time, probably a little earlier now that I actually have done this once, and I'll spend the day trying to get things a little fancier. So maybe I even have like links and stuff tomorrow. But for today, we're here. Um, let's see. Do I have a favorite episode of My Hero? Um, honestly, it's so much of my scope of My Hero is through what I've gotten to work on, and very recently, the episode with the no hopefully no spoilers, but with the girl with the mushroom quirk had some really fun stuff for Toru, and honestly, Colleen lets me have so much fun. Colleen Klinkenbeard, who is our ADR voice director, she lets me have so much fun with Toru, and then that stuff came up where she got to really show some personality and some preference. And it was real fun. I have not gotten my Toru figure yet. I'm waiting. There's gotta be one in the mail for me, right? Alright, let's see what we have got first. Ba, 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 ba. I have these numbered to help me. Ah, Jet Strike, are you in the chat? Jet Strike going once. Cool. We'll just hop on over. All right. Do you guys, you folks, uh, who have done this before, do you prefer? There's occasionally there's the name that you can make it out to, or some folks have a username that it was submitted under. And I don't want to call anyone's real name out on the internet if they don't like that. So, is it a general consensus that if you have put your name for the print to be signed, that you're okay with that being said sort of publicly? Okay. Okay, great. Cool. Some of them only have the make it out name. So if I come across one that has both, I will try to err on the side of caution and use your username first, and then you can tell me. I just want to make sure everybody feels comfortable. So I have got a print here for Toby. Toby, are you in the chat? Got Toby, who has gotten this gorgeous, I'm backwards, Mona print. I love these. I'll have to put up another tweet today with the artist so everybody can go follow them. They are so beautiful. Um, Toby. All right. My next one, if Toby isn't here, is for Zeller. Zeller, are you in the chat? I know it's so early. I may pop back on. I'm definitely going to do tomorrow morning, and I may do tomorrow afternoon as well, just to try to get everybody. I know it's hard to line up your schedule and my schedule. I believe they're going to leave the stores open into next week too, so there's a chance that if anybody can't make it, if you have friends that you know said like, oh, that time didn't work for me, that we could do something during the week or next weekend. All right, no Zeller. All right. Hello, Timbuxacute. We are just chatting. I'm kind of calling out our Streamily family members to see if anybody is in the chat and signing those live. And then I'll be moving on to our non-family members and signing those, but I'm trying to just give everybody a chance. We're just chilling and chatting, so if you have any questions that you'd like to ask or any topics you'd like to bring up just to chat about, we are here for it. All right, let's see. Got Gaming Brian with a large Mona Magistus. Are you in the chat? Feels a little bit like a seance. Like, I'm just sitting here alone calling out to the spirits. It's like, are you here? Are you in this room? Thank you so much. The work, praising my work as Sarah from Citrus. That was a really fun show. Yes. We're haunted. Oh man, I don't have any of my Haunted Mansion stuff in here. I'm a big Haunted Mansion fan. And in my guest bathroom, I have a cool little craft I made that's like a plastic skeleton in a tub with fake flowers, and I've got that in front of a fabric map of the Haunted Mansion, and I got a ghost in a jar of Amicus Arcane, the mansion librarian, and I thought it was really cool to put them all up on this little cabinet that we have, but the ghost in a jar, Madame Leota laughs every time it gets jostled, and so it terrifies people who come to my home because I always forget. And sometimes me, just in the middle of the night, so that's fun. Azure, I am not sure. That's a good question. If the video on demand will be saved, I think I have it set up to do that. I'm automatically recording through my setup here, but I am very much a neophyte to this, so I hope that they are saved. That seems like the most efficient and effective thing to do for people who might not be able to see their print get signed live. If that does not happen, I'm very, very sorry, and it's probably user error. Doing my best. Let's see. Would I ever play Among Us with Zach Aguilar in the group? I actually just played. Oh, thanks, Matt. Matt says I can put my recordings to YouTube, which makes sense. So yes, we will find a way. I will have a recording no matter what, and I will find a way to put it up for video on demand. Where was I? Oh, I just played Among Us for the very first time ever for a Dr. Stone panel. So I played with Aaron Dismuke and Sarah Wiedenheft and Josh Greeley. And I'm not super competitive. I just like for us to have fun together. But Among Us was interesting. It brought out kind of a shady side to me, and I decided, I don't know why, but I decided in our very last game that I was going to get Aaron ejected for no reason. I didn't think he was the imposter. I just kind of wanted to see if I could, and I did. And I had to send him, or I didn't have to, but I sent him a little apology e-card with a sad cat that said, "I'm sorry, my suspicion got you jettisoned." He was a very good sport about it. Um, all right, I'm gonna keep going down my list, but I may start going back to the top. I'd really love to do these live so I can chat with you guys, but if needs must, I'll go back and we'll just have the video on demand. So let's see. Galatea, is Galatea in the chat with us? I'm not gonna be able to stop saying it like a 1920s medium now. Yeah, the Among Us vendettas. I don't know what came over me. It's not typically how I play games. I usually play it very straight. Just play my objective, play my truth. So I just really wanted to see if I could make it happen. And I did. Gosh, I think that time it might have even been Sarah who was the. Oh no, there was a stunning twist at the end where it was Josh Greeley and no one suspected him even a little bit. He faked tech trouble. He like dropped out and came back in and was like, "I'm sorry, guys." It was next level. It was really impressive. All right, let's see. Corey, Kori, Corey, are you in the chat? Oh, yay! Thank you, Zach. Huzzah, Corey. Um, It's Team Astrologist. I was so excited. This is my first like live signing. So what Corey has gotten is this gorgeous winter print that Kristen McGuire, who plays my sister Ruri in Doctor Stone, she directed. Citrus. She's got was it Milim in Slime? She's super great and an incredibly talented artist and all around good human. Um, and she drew this. So, Corey, if you are here, do you have a preference? I have got, I think what would work best for this is either just a black Sharpie or one of these white paint pens. White one, please. You got it. I'm gonna. Sorry, Toru. I have these. I got way too many of these stickers that were just a first batch test, and I'm gonna test on the back of this. So if you see me just scribbling, it is not on your print. I'm making sure this paint pen doesn't explode. It's one of the stranger occupational hazards, or just sort of strange things about my job is that I am now very well versed in Sharpies and paint pens and what works on what medium. Mm-hmm. And see, I'm glad I tested. Lies. It lies. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, there it goes. I'm glad that you requested hearts because they are one of the few things I can draw. So if you guys, I know some of the other Genshin folks are wonderful artists. I do not number among them. Here you go. Haha, we did it. We did our first one, guys. We've broken the seal. I'm so glad that you could be here for it. I was worried that just with the time that everyone would be asleep. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoy it, and it will be making its way to you soon. All right. Sorry, I have to check real quick because I'm multitasking. I have some of the. Okay, these are the numbered ones, and I just want to make sure that my signed ones are put away safe. Great. I'm as you can tell, I'm just in like my little nook in my home office. So I've just got my little studio in here, and uh I don't have like a desk necessarily. I have like this cute little rolly thing so that we could also use this as a guest room. So I just have a lap desk down here. So we're we're doing our best. We're making it all happen. Got my Dolly Parton uh Saint Dolly to watch over me. Got some Gonzo, some Muppets, just hanging out. Um, I have some friends who do streaming all the time, and they have got these amazing setups. Like Alejandro Saab's got this like crazy good thing. Rico Fajardo, one of my good friends, and he does like the green screen. Kyle Phillips, his stream is like a rave. There's lights and sounds and a floor show. It's all crazy, and I'm just like, I was 15 minutes late because I forgot to add a microphone. Um, so we're doing our best. All right, thank you again so much, Corey. Yes, trying to set it up all year. I really feel like I I should have done more, but it's just not it's just not my forte. Oh yay! We got the a frame for it. I love that. I love the idea that this can be like art in someone's home. That's so cool to me. See, Brianamite 51, Brian. Are you are you here? Are you among us? Just realized I don't know if you guys can hear the music that's very low in the background that I'm humming along to. Hey, Brian! Yay! Okay, I'm really glad. I was so worried that people weren't going to be able to make it. So, Brian, okay, you've got a biggin. I love this print so much. I've got them all just out of frame here, the large prints. Haha. This is yours. I'm gonna disappear for a second so I can show you guys how stunning this turned out. This is a new artist that I was working with, well, new to me, and I just asked for Mona, and I got this gorgeous background, and this water slime is my favorite thing. Just stunning. And Brian, you would like my favorite line. Do you have a preference for color? I've got a few. I actually have I was gifted this tin at a con once, and so this is what I carry around all my Sharpies in. So I've got a lot of colors to choose from, but I think for this gal, either the black Sharpie or the white paint pen would be best if you have a preference. White, perfect. That's become my go-to. I think I want to get a lot of different color paint pens. I also have this like lime green one that somebody sent for a signing, and I stole. So my favorite Mona line is my favorite for a silly reason. It's one of her attack call outs. But I get to do the super fun sort of, you know, 50s old Hollywood, mid-Atlantic affectation for her, and it makes certain sounds really fun. So I like delve into destiny, and it's because of those DE sounds get to have like a little like diphthong thing to them. Diphthong, diphthong, thong, thong. Um, just dated myself with a Cisco reference. Oh. All right. And there you are. Reading I'm mirrored, guys. I'm gonna let this hang out here for just a second. Make sure that that dries. You can just go right here, making sure it's all safe and sound. Thank you so much for buying one of my prints. I love commissioning artists, so it makes me really happy when the prints get a response, like when people like them. So thank you so much, and thank you for showing up this morning. All right, and then immediately after, we have got Jake and Brittany. Are one or both of you numbered among us? Thank you, Brian. Thank you again for popping by. Oh, Written in the Stars is a fun one too. Ah, Kohaku, Dr. Stone. Um, she is a gift. Kohaku. I love her so much. It's always hard, like I I try not to pick favorites. And honestly, even when I'm like, no, I love this character, somebody always comes along, a new one, and they all occupy parts of your heart. But Kohaku is just one of my favorites to be. Um, she's so good, and Cliff Chapin, who is our ADR voice director, um, we call it kohawking. That's the verb for when I show up to a session to be kohaku. It's like, okay, are you ready to kohawk? And I am never sad to kohawk. There's never a day that I have a session of hers that I'm like too tired or burned out or whatever to be her. She's just joy. I love her so much. I'm so excited for where stuff is going in the show too. I don't want to potentially spoil anything for anyone, but we've gotten into some really cool territory, and I cannot wait for what's next. And I also hope that once we're back in cons in public, that I get to see some cool nautical themed cosplay from some of the stuff that we got to see this season. In order to Kohawk, who's Strike Ninja's asking what mindset is required to Kohawk, you've gotta just, I don't know, you have to be tough but fair, and there's a curiosity to her that I try to bring every time. Like she may not necessarily always understand the science or the draw of the guys looking at these rocks. Um but she supports that they want to do it, and she's curious about it. She wants to know about the world, and she's just good. She she is just a good person who tries to do the right thing. And that's a fun place to inhabit. Because and it's not a lot of times when you get just a good character, it takes away some of the conflict that can make it fun to play them, but she still does have conflict. We saw some really cool stuff in this season with her she's always sort of maintained that she would do anything to make the kingdom of science a reality, to keep her family, her people safe. And she really has to examine what that means and what that might cost. And she's still doing it with um, the greater good in mind. But it's not necessarily something she wants to do. So, love the friendship she has with Senku. She's like a protective sister. Absolutely. Um, she's I call her a paladin, um, which may be a little bit of a misnomer because when we're talking we're gonna get nerdy now. But when we're talking standard paladins, there's usually a divine element to their righteousness. And she doesn't necessarily have that, but she just is this tanky, uh, protective person, and she's willing to sacrifice. She's willing to do whatever she has to protect the people that she loves. That's her number one objective for Kohaku, is keep everyone safe. And I relate to that a lot, and there's a lot of overlap between me and Kohaku. Um, and I love that it gets to shine, especially in some of the moments where she's a little sarcastic. I get to put just a little bit of me in there. Oh, everybody calling her a girl, you would think they'd learn, but they are tough, but maybe not always that smart. Um, all right, I'm gonna move along. So Jake and Brittany, not here, not here. Going once. Oh, real quick, I need to do some housekeeping via the app to just help me keep myself on track. All right. All right. We have got Sarah. Is there a Sarah in the chat who has gotten one of our lovely holographic Monas? So this oh, it does, you can tell. Okay. I keep forgetting I'm mirrored, sorry guys. But it sparkles, you guys. It sparkles. uh I think that this is the only sparkle that I have right now. Is in this print that Kristen McGuire did for me. And also these stickers. And I have like little 5x7 cards also of Toru's gloves. They have a little sparkle in them too. It's just harder to tell because it's on a white background. The spirits want us to acknowledge Sarah. I love this. All right. Matthew, it's you. I know you're here. Yay. All right, let me make sure I have the right one for you. This is one of a couple. If you don't mind, unless you have somewhere to be, I'm trying to go in order as much as I can, so that I don't forget anybody. Okay, awesome. Thank you. And would you like this signed with white, like on her hat or in the background, or with black Sharpie? Or silver might work, but the silver ones are so picky. I don't know if other people are saying this on their streams, that the silver Sharpie is finicky. White is fine. Awesome. Oh my gosh, I would love if she got a winter costume based on this. Is it Kristen is so good. I That is one thing about the voiceover, the acting community. Um is we love each other. And I just think she is so talented. She's a writer, a director, even outside of anime. She writes her own work. She's done graphic novels. She's an artist, a performer. I love her. Y'all can all go tell her I said so. Ooh, anything I want. Matthew, you've given me too much power. Uh, hmm. All right. I think I'm just gonna go with it's one of her standards. I'm gonna do Written in the Stars because first of all, it's the one I say the most just around my house. But also because it's a musical theater reference to Written in the Stars from Aida by Elton John and Tim Rice, and that just makes me happy. So you're getting my nerd love. I'll give you a little star too because that's one of the other like three things I can draw. I also love it. I just realized if I sign right there on the brim, it looks like she's looking at it. We have discovered something, you guys. Thank you so much, Matt, for this, for everything. You're always so supportive, and I know many other people appreciate it so much. So thank you. And then I say, we did it. All right. Trying to eat. She's so hungry. She's gonna try to eat the words. I love that. This character, y'all. Um, Mona. I know. If you get me started on any character, it's just gonna become a love fest. I love them all so much. I especially though love characters where I get to play or it's you get to bring your perspective to it. And so for Mona, um the voice that we landed on for her was actually not my first take in the audition that I did. And I just kind of threw it out there because I have had similar characters. Not I don't know if any of them go quite so far into the mid-Atlantic, but I've had a couple of other characters with similar attitudes use this mid-Atlantic affectation. So like Tilarna from Copcraft and Shalftir from Overlord. Shaltir goes very mid-Atlantic in Isekai Quartet because every time I show up, I try to see how much further let me go. And apparently nobody's stopping me. Um but so getting to take that which it's even to a lesser extent like Shinoa from Seraph at the End. Um it's just this sort of like crisp articulation that I've always had for a certain type of character. It lets them be very short. It's usually for ones who have very little time to waste. And so for Mona, I remember the sides talking about her being an astrologist, which is very not that. I so it was just sort of like, well, she's got the way she speaks is so um articulated. It's so precise. What if I try my Mid Atlantic thing? And our director, Chris, ended up loving it. And so then when we got together, he really let me push that Mid Atlantic where it was always sort of rooted in that. I grew up with my grandmother, and we watched a lot of sort of golden age of Hollywood movies together, and so it's very, you know, Audrey Hepburn is very, polite and not quite into British, but it's its own little thing, and you get to be very sassy with it. And he let me play with that, but we also gave her some airiness, and she gets to really be very musical in a way that some of the other characters that I use a similar affect don't. They're very flat, they're very sharp, they're going to tell you what they think. Um this is my inside the actor's studio. I love what I do and I will talk about it ad nauseum. So y'all just let me know if I'm off the rails. Um but yeah, so it was just sort of this collaboration of me coming in with this sort of established voice I had used for a couple of other characters, them guiding me with where the character was going with what we had already established for her in other languages. Um, this one is it's different from some other things that I've done in that we're not always matching timing for timing, uh, sort of cadence for cadence like you do with some other dubbing projects. Um, so a lot of give and take, a lot of back and forth. Uh, that is just lovely and fun and collaborative. And yeah, they just kind of let me have fun. And they're always there to pull me back if I need to be pulled back or to ground her if she needs to be grounded. But it's a great, great character, such a fun process. And it lets her to, I think, stand out. When you have this many characters, it can be difficult. And I think the whole cast has done such a great job of every character being distinct. And that's hard. That is a team effort. It's got to have everybody on board for it. So, um, did I call out the next person, you guys? Oh, I must have done because I have it in my hand. Is Omar here? Is Omar here and present with us? Gonna give him a second to hear his name and type into the chat. Gonna have a little coffee that is definitely cold now. Omar. No Mar. Oh, hey! You're here! Yay! Thank you, Matt, for helping out with that. I have got your print right here, Omar. Thank you so much. I was saying earlier that it's hard to tell, but it is holographic. I promise. It's just hard to see on camera because it's a small. But I am so stoked to have. I collaborated with an artist who also did a print of Kohaku for me, and I love the energy in this. Um, it's so strange to try to uh I don't know, to have a pair of gloves be expressive of a character's personality. And this artist, Kintaro PJJ, um, did such a great job. So fun. Um, Omar, would you like, because this one is got a lighter background, we can do pretty much any color you want. So I've got this lime green paint pen. I also have just standard black Sharpie. I've got like a hot pink, got a mint. Does anything speak to you? I love this process too. Um, I really appreciate y'all just kind of hanging out with me. Sometimes in lines at cons, you can feel a little bit like you've got to keep everything moving. Like I want to connect and talk with you, but there are also other people and you have this schedule. And so I kind of just love that it's just us here and we can all talk together and take all the time that we want. Hot Pink, you got it. And I will write the quote that you have requested. Ooh, this looks good. I always try to add a little something extra to these, and so you'll be able to see it a little bit better. But under my signature here, you get an extra bonus Toru glove that my best friend and fellow actor Tia Ballard taught me how to draw, because she is an incredible artist, and as we have discussed, I am not. So she taught me how to do a cute little peace sign glove. Um, so yes. Thank you so much, Omar. I really appreciate you, and you are all set. And I do the housekeeping. Haha. One of our other uh Genshin actors shared this safe for Twitch music that you can hear in the background, and it just got like it's a little bit like a rave in here. We got a lot of like house electronica going on. I am so excited about the figure for Hagakure. My mind is blown. We've been joking about it for years, and I thought for sure that at some point Funimation would do like an April Fool's Day, just like an empty box, and be like, "Here it is. It's the Toru figure." Um, yeah, I don't know what Toru looks like uninvisible. It's one of those things that I kind of hope we don't resolve. Sorry, I'm adjusting myself over here. You guys get to see how short I actually am. I'm just shrinking. Um, but I hope we don't resolve it. Only because one of my favorite things about this character is that she stands entirely on the merit of her personality. And so she is this blank slate of a character that anyone can see themselves in. Anyone can project onto Toru. Um no, regardless of what they look like or physical ability. It's so much about her personality, and I've seen that speak to people, and it I really want to protect that. I have no control, but in my hopes and in my heart, that is protected. um the mushroom scene, yes, Matthew's saying that the mushroom scene is the first time we get to see a more detailed look at her, and it is strange. um there are a few, just very few moments where we get dimensions. There was one in, gosh, I just realized we've been doing this for 5 seasons. So I'm not sure which season. It was in one of the early ones. I want to say 2, where they go to a hot spring, and because she's invisible, you see just sort of the like an empty container, almost the volume of her displaced in the water. And I think that's probably the closest we've ever gotten to exact dimensions. But I feel like her personality comes through so strong because she's determined to be seen. She's determined to have her presence counted. And I like that. Okay, so horizontal veil. I don't know the answer to this question. I get this all the time, is that if Eraser had turned off her power, would we be able to see her? And this, people have like written thesis length arguments about this, and I am not qualified enough. I just say the lines. um but I have to assume it's in order to figure it out, what we the information we would need is what exactly her power is. Is it invisibility or is it light refraction? Is it how is she? What is the mechanism of her invisibility? And that's a variable that we have some evidence for, but we don't have enough to make a conclusive scientific statement. Hmm. My sorry, I am missing a print, so you guys get to watch as I awkwardly try to sneak under this little desk and grab an extra over here. Sorry. Yeah. I'm still here, I promise. Oh, there you I did all my to borrow a cooking term. I did all my mise en place earlier and put everything where they where it goes, and then I couldn't find it. All right, I've got one of these lovely prints for Shayna. Are you here? Are you with us, Shayna? Ah, Rising Shield Bro, thank you for sneaking out. I'm going back up through the chat a little bit from when I was fishing around for prints. Oh, okay, Brian, hold on one second. I think I did have you. If you are here now, yes, you've got. Is your handle at Gaming Brian? Is this one you? Because if you can stick around for just a second, I will sign it for you right now. I've been kind of hopping around to make sure that people can get uh I still here, I promise. Hate having all this dead air, but I found it. Woo. World End. Oh, okay. Yes. I played Noft in World End. All right. So Brian, I'm going to go ahead and sign for you. I know you might not be able to type in the chat, but I appreciate you. All right, Brian, I've got your quote and your signature. Thank you so much for popping by, and I'm glad that we were able to do it live. Sorry for all that dead air, guys. Yeah, so Noft in World End was also a really fun one, and that was a battle show. Is just gorgeous. If you haven't had a chance to see it, it is lovely and a wonderful story, so beautifully acted, and also just every person who's part of it cared so much. Is just lovely. All right, complete. All right. We had some calls for Shayna. I don't believe Shayna is here. If you are, speak now. If not, is Ray here? Let's see, we've got a holographic Mona for Ray. Noft is so cute. She's such a little tomboy, to use sort of an antiquated uh term for that kind of character, but real rough and tumble. And I love playing those kinds of characters. I think because of sort of where my voice sits naturally, if I'm playing a younger character, she's more likely to be delicate. So getting to be somebody like Noft was really fun. I honestly though, I know it's typecasting happens. I don't mind it because my favorite part of the word typecast is cast. Means you're working. But I feel very lucky. You know, I've played some characters who are similar, but on the whole, I've really gotten to run the gamut. And I'm so thankful to the directors and casting directors who let me do that, who were just like, yeah, let's try. Because it's a leap of faith. It's a lot of trust. All right, gonna move on, Ray. Going to summon the next spirit. Kyle! Our winter holographic for Kyle! Hey! Thank you. I love your note here to pitch hangouts with Mona. I'm assuming that one's you. Um, um I do my best. I Look, if they let me pitch it, we'd have a whole Mona side quest. It'd be her and Ganyu just having a time, being best friends. Um, and not just because I love Jin Losi with my entire heart. I just feel like they would gel. They've got a lot of I don't know, they just feel like they'd be friends to me. Um Kyle, are you good with the white paint pen? Yeah. Awesome. I'll draw you a little scar because I can. All right. It's you. Thank you so much. And thank you for like hanging out this whole time. Um I really appreciate all of you. This is fun and I appreciate your patience as I just sort of ramble my way through this. I'm not being time effective, but I really like just getting a chance to chat. So, thank you. And then I go. All right. And then I have Andrew. Oh, Supreme, you've hit my heart with comfy. That's what I really try to do. I know I can't bring the glitz and the tech, but I like for us all to just feel like we're hanging out. So thank you. I'm glad that that comes across. Um, I just need you guys to know too that I was worried that there would be dead time at the end of this, which I think obviously there will not be. We're keeping this going. But I brought books to read just in case. Like I was gonna read scary stories to you guys and hope I didn't get a copyright strike. Ooh, do I have a favorite in Genshin besides Mona? Well, I love Ganyu. But my favorite is Sucrose. I think she is just adorable and I the performance, it's also good. All right. Andrew going once. Thank you so much for your help, Matt. I appreciate you. Oh, I've been looking forward to this one. So we've got Matthew's Emmyusa print from The Devil is a Part-Timer. And if you guys don't know, Matthew is a linguist and he has gotten real nerdy in the best way in here. Um Oh, Andrew. Um let's see. Let me hop back up. Andrew, did you have doop boop a doop. There it is. Was this one yours, Andrew, if you can type into the chat? Is this what you have ordered? Um the only information I have on this one is the name Andrew, so I want to make sure that I'm giving it to the right person. Okay, awesome. And just to double check, there aren't any special instructions, so you just want a signature? Which is totally fine. I'm just making sure, want to make sure you get what you want. A wrong paint pen. These things. Oh yeah, no worries. So, all of them, I always do my little standard signature down here, and I like to try to do a little doodle per character. They're not great. I'm not a great artist, but I've been doing little stars for Mona, and if that looks good to you, you don't have to have anything else. Still here. I'm just making sure I. All right. Well, thank you so much, Andrew, and thank you for hanging out with us and waiting so patiently as I talk five ever. Um, I love that we get to do this. All right. Matthew. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to get. I have a thinner paint pen, like you guys care about my marker process. But I'm gonna try to revive this thinner tipped paint pen so that it looks good for you. So did any of you watch The Devil is a Part Timer? It came out only like what 8 years ago, and very recently got a second season announced, which is just beyond. Um, it was one of those shows that probably one of the most consistently asked about. Like, it's at every convention, it's the one people going, "Oh, do you think you'll get a second season?" And for the first like 3 or 4 years, we were like, "Yeah, sure, anything can happen." And then after that, it was like, ugh, it's just really not looking good. Um, and so I had actually the day before season 2 got announced told someone in like a virtual convention setting like I really don't think it's going to happen. I think we've all just got to move on. And then the next day season 2 got announced. I have no idea whether we'll get to dub it. I don't know if it will get dubbed. I don't know if it will get dubbed by Funimation. I don't know if the original cast will come back. I don't know any of that. All I have is hope in my heart. Um but I'm so excited just to see what's next. I have some of the light novels. There's been a lot of content coming out over the last few years that's not anime, and I'm so excited to see it all animated and just maybe get the chance to revisit that. Um, Emmy was very early in my anime career. She was maybe the second like lead role, like female lead that I'd ever had. So I think all these years later with this experience, I talk about part-timer all the time because I didn't know anyone. I hadn't met anyone else in the cast. It was my first time really working with Chris Bevins, who directed us. And so I was just babe in the woods. And now Tia Ballard, uh, who plays Chiho in the show, is my best friend. And we had not even met. We'd not had a single conversation at that time. And so going back into it with the development of these relationships, um, it's it's just really exciting. Let's see. Have I gotten to work alongside other voice actors, and how has it changed since 2020? So I have. I did a series of animated shorts for Disney, based on Hocus Pocus a few years ago. It's called Hocus Pocus the Brew, and it was out on their social media. And we recorded as a group for that one, and it was my first group record. And it was some of the most fun I've ever had. It's I started in speech and debate and in theater, so was I'm used to acting in a group and getting there's just an energy exchange um that is present to a certain degree when you record individually, because you're very rarely recording all alone. Like, you have your director, you have your engineer, sometimes you have the client in the room. If you are lucky, other people have already recorded, so you have their performances to go off of. You have, for anime dubbing, you have the original performance to help guide you and to sort of see where everything was leaning. Um, so it can be an isolating experience, but it's still collaborative. But there was just a vitality to being in the room. And on that one, we had the three of us. I played Mary, and so we had Lila Berzens and Laura Chris playing Winifred and Sarah, respectively. And then we had our director, we had our engineer, and we had a team of writers in with us too. And so it was like this living thing where we could make, you can't make crazy changes because at that point the scripts have been approved. But you can kind of riff, you can ad lib, you can pick up on somebody's cue in the moment and make a change based on your dynamic. And it was super, super fun. All right, Matthew, I got to give up on this paint pen. It's dead. This one's dead. All right. So let me see what the silver one is up to. I just want to be able to actually. Oh, it's good. This one's good. If you are okay with it, I'm going to use the silver. And I'm going to write this, and then I'm going to do my best to say it. So Matthew has written out a sentence for me in Inte Island, which is so exciting. There's a great DVD special feature about this. So Jamie Markey was our lead writer on Devil is a Part Timer, and she came up with, there is this language that they speak that's an actual language, and I'm not sure how they did the codex for the Japanese version. Matt might actually know this, but we came up with something that would sound similar, doing like an alphabet flip and like changing it up. But we had an actual, like, it's a language. It's at least letter replacement, and it's fascinating. She came up with this whole thing, and we would actually have to do rewrites in the booth in this Inte Island language to make sure things fit and that the syntax was correct. So that's just a thing that happens occasionally, that you'll get into the booth and the line will be a little too long or a little too short, and you'll just have to pad it out a little or take something away, to make it fit the already animated flaps and the actor's natural speech pattern and the speech pattern for the character. It happens all the time. But when you have to do that in this completely different language, and make sure that is still technically correct, it was a labor of love. And so I love that you loved it enough to write me a sentence in it. Um, Gosh. All right, here we go. I don't have a fancy doodle for Emmy because I can't draw a sword. But here we go. And okay, so Matt says the code for the Japanese is a full Caesar shift cipher with 8 fixed placement. Jamie's followed that with a little more creative liberty. To ensure accuracy, I went with the original. Love that. This is really fun. Thank you. So, we decided that Inte Eastland had a little bit of a like Eastern European sort of like generic placement. So I would say this is Hite zepon lox jes honifta, which means the demon lord dies tonight. Thank you so much for this. This is super fun. I think I have silver on me now, but oh my gosh. That it there is so much that goes into these productions that I think it's easy, especially with like the high volume that comes out now, for people to think it's just sort of rushed through. But we care so much, y'all. Um there's a lot of love that goes into it, and we all really do our best to try to make sure that everything has a purpose and makes sense and is true to the original while also being something that is relatable to our target audience, and something that we can maintain. So I just love moments like this. Thank you so much. All right, this one actually does not have a name. So I'm gonna just show you because I think whoever bought this is maybe the only person who has purchased one of these. But we've got our quintessential quintuplets character unlock. I'm mirrored. I don't know why I keep doing that. Character unlock screen featuring Miku. Is there anybody in the chat who purchased one of these? If not, I am gonna go ahead and sign this one. Um. Oh, thank you so much. For appreciating my energy. I try, and it's not always easy. I try to not paint everything with too broad of a positive brush, but I also uh try to live in a more positive space if I can. So I'm glad that that resonates, and I really appreciate you all just being here and being supportive. We're having a life is a collective experience, and so I'm glad that we can all share it. Is this for you? Man, this is there's a lot going on with this show too. Uh uh does this print belong to you, Jamal? It doesn't there was no name in the order. So I just wanted to if the person who ordered it was here, I wanted to have a chat. But if not, I will just go ahead and sign it and say thank you. But this show has so much going on. And the casting of it is so fun and it cracks me up. So the sisters are me, Jill Harris, Bryn April, Lindsay Seidel, and Tia Ballard. And it's perfect. Um, it still cracks me up because it's one of those things where there are a lot of us who have similar sounds. You know, it's easy, I think, to mistake me and Jade Sexton even in certain characters, even though if you're talking to us one on one, we don't necessarily sound alike. But Jill and Bryn who are in this show are actresses that I have mistaken for me. I did a uh podcast with Jill called The Dungeon Booth, which is so fun. Bryn and I have a lot of overlap, yes. It's really fun though because when she hits her, like, our lower registers sound completely different, which is hilarious because I remember I was with Tia doing mix review with her, just hanging out one night for In Another World with my smartphone. And we had just recorded, and I heard a line and I thought, when did we track that? I don't remember recording that. And I turned to her and I said, I don't remember recording that. And she said, it's because it's not you. And it was Bryn. So it's just like, it's crazy. There in the dungeon booth, I play Limerick, the half elf bard, and Jill was playing with us in that first campaign, a character named Erica. And I remember listening to it, and I had a moment and I thought, oh no, I interrupted Jill. She was talking and I just stepped right over her. That is so rude. Um, and then they kept talking, and I thought, oh no, she just paused. It was her talking the whole time, and I just thought it was me. Um, which is it's a trip mentally. Um, um, but yeah, and just seeing the sort of spectrum in this show of how our sounds and our attitudes overlap, and there are so many moments where you're not supposed to know which Quint is which. They are pretending to be one of the other ones. And it was all fun and games until I had to be Tia. And I still think I our director Afia was amazing. I think it's the best I could have possibly done, and I think it's pretty good. But I can tell because I know her so well. Um, that there are just places it was so hard. I think because I know her so well. So I think if you go through and listen, I think I nail it with the reads. I think that's exactly how Tia would say a thing. But I think some of the other girls are more successful at the sound. And it's just really cool to think about. Because we're also used to just being us. So it's neat to have to try to be somebody else. All right, that's my whole quintuplets talk. Ah, just dropping stuff. Really? Matt was saying that thought it was me, thought it was Bryn, and then there was a character that was Macy Johnson, which I am gonna take as a huge compliment. She is so talented. She is a fantastic actress. So thank you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sign this Quint so that we can move on. Thank you to whomever purchased this. I actually this is one of my favorite because I conceptualized this. So I appreciate that you appreciate it. And I do little music notes for Miku. So thank you. All right, this is the last of our Streamily family members. It's gonna look so silly in the replay, just be constantly. Alexi, are you in the chat? Are you here with us, Alexi? We've got a Mona Winter. Lexi? Sorry, that look of confusion is that I have my little backup computer over here, not the one that I am streaming on, and it claims that it is 10:30 a.m. and I know that can't be right. Uh so I don't know what sort of alternate dimension I have fallen into. All right. Is there anyone in chat who has been here just waiting? Um all right, I'm going to go very quickly back through my Streamily family to see if anybody's joined us. And then I'm gonna hop over into our not Streamily family orders. So, Jet Strike, are you here? Toby? Zeller? Galatea? Jake and Brittany? Sarah? Shayna? Ray? Alexi? If any of you are here, give us a sign. Rattle the table. Ring a bell. Thank you so much, Matt. You're a trooper. Summon the spirits wherever they're at. Sorry for the ASMR. That was very close to the microphone. Come on down. It's Roddy. All right. All right. I am going to attempt an intermission. I don't know if this will work. So give me 1 second, and just so that I can grab my other prints. This will be fewer than 5 minutes. I just want to see if I press this button, if it does what I hope it will do. Mm. Hey, Emma back. Can you hear me? Hey, thank you. Look at things going well. Uh, um, all right, let's dive back into some prints. I see there are a few new orders since we started, so thank you guys so much. I'm gonna do my best to kind of do what I was doing before and make sure I get to everybody who's here today. Um, and yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific time ish. Uh, it's I'm a southern woman. Sometimes things go awry in my morning that necessitate a 15-minute grace period. But I will be back tomorrow doing more. But I want to make sure that especially if you all have been sitting here chatting with us and waiting, that I get to you today. So, the very first thing I have, and a few of these orders are just have signatures, so I'm also going to go through those as we go for the sake of expedience. So, we have somebody got the big mama jamma of this one with no name, but thank you very much. I love I love this print so much, and it just makes me happy to sign it and send it off into the world to you. As we're sitting here chatting again, if you are just joining us, feel free to type out any questions that you have or any topics you want to cover. Uh, we are a happy, open, nerdy space here, so feel free. All right, Elvin, are you here? Alina's prints are so good. You are correct. Just I love this. It's one of my favorite weird parts of my job that I wouldn't have thought I would get to do, but getting to collaborate with artists and I don't know, just tell them like I love your style. Here's what I'm hoping for. Go crazy. And then seeing this art that they come up with. I am very much a performance artist, not a tactile artist. I do like arts and crafts. I do them for fun. I do them to keep my brain sharp. I do not do them for a living. So seeing that I can tell someone like, "Oh, I loved this work that you did. I liked the light especially." And have them interpret that through their uh, creative process to give me this beautiful work that I didn't even know was exactly what I wanted. It's such a joy. All right, we will save Elvin for tomorrow. Mhm. All right. Ah, Oni. Oni, are you in the chat? Um, Oni is a friend of mine from Twitter and is so super supportive. So if he is not in the chat today, I will wait until tomorrow. Uh, but if you are watching this on demand, Oni, thank you very much. All right, we're gonna start going a little bit quicker, just because we've been at it for a while, and I do also want us to have things to do tomorrow. Let's see, Aaron. Oh, horizontal veil. I know you're here. Or at least you were. I hope I didn't time you out. Hey! Thank you so much for chilling with us this whole time. Is pink good for your Hagakure? Perfect. I gotta scroll down. You don't want a Mona quote on this. Oh, we talked about this a little bit. Your request to just chat about what I think Hagakure looks like, and if we'll ever know. Um, and yes, I will write a quote on here for you too. Um, if I had to guess what she looked like, I mean, I don't know if I even can because there's so much possible in this world, right? So we have, I think it's easy to think like, oh, she'll just be a normal high schooler if we could see her. But because her whole family is invisible, what if they're all like invisible frog people? And so even once we see her, she's also got like a secondary quirk or a secondary mutation. I really like that idea. Or maybe she looks like Mina, and that's why they're best friends. So for quote, you get warp refraction, say cheese, which is my favorite of her new stuff. Not the least of which because I don't know if you know, but I am from Southwest Louisiana originally, and I don't in my day to day have too much of an accent. If I get tired, you hear it, and especially if I've been back home for a little bit. But the accent that I grew up with affects how I say certain phrases, especially descriptive two-word combos. Um, so Colleen has an uphill battle to get me to put the emphasis on the correct syllable when it comes to warp refraction. Say cheese. I always want to do uh instead of like warp refraction, I want to do warp refraction. And that's the Cajun in me wanting to say warp refraction. Um, so it's become my favorite because it's I dread it every time because I know I'm gonna say it wrong. And there you go. Thank you so much for hanging out this whole time. I really appreciate you. Oh, you go here because you are done. Haha. All right. I have got a Mona for Adeline. Just gonna start announcing and then chilling for a second. Again, if you guys join me tomorrow, it'll probably just be a lot of quick signing, but I want to do my best to make sure that if you all went through the trouble to order one of these, that you get to have it signed live to the best of my ability. All right. Moving along, Adeline. Gonna do tomorrow. Oh, Azira! Hey, hey. Azira, are you still here? Yeah! Hi! I forget it like takes like I get to just say the thing and you all have to like get to your computer and type it. Um thank you for the order of the big boy. I guess the girl, the big non-specific print. I love this so much, and they are so gorgeous in person. The colors just turned out so lovely. There's some stuff that you always hope that it translates to a print the same way that it looks digitally, and we've gotten so lucky with these Monas. Um, oh, oh, doodle how I think Mona would draw a cat. So we've already established. Um, I'm going to make the creative choice that she would doodle it badly to justify how I'm gonna doodle a cat. Um, oh, she would definitely have a cat, a little familiar to just curl up in the hearth and keep her company. Oh, and written in the stars. Love it. Why, no, I don't want to become famous to buy followers. Thanks, though. Bots. So I'm gonna say it was on purpose because it turned out cute, but it's like she's holding the cat that I have drawn. Thank you so much for this. This is a fun one. Let's see, I'm gonna sign on her hair here. Yes, I'm having the full streamer experience. Good. Bots. I really appreciate you all. And oh my gosh, Azir, thank you so much. I moved on too quickly from your print. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you for just being so supportive. It's scary to sort of just put yourself out there live from your home in this way. And I have had nothing but positive experiences. I was doing a little bit of like arts and crafts and sort of D&D and just creative streaming early on in the pandemic last year, and it helped so much to feel like we were all still connected to each other. And it was really nerve-wracking, but you have all been fantastic, so thank you for that. All right, let's see. Huang with a winter holographic Mona. I just realized I have a keyboard. I can type names. Ah, thank you. All right, Huang, we're gonna move along. I love these holographic prints. It's honestly a struggle to not just get every print in holographic, but for some of these I feel like it pulls away from how lovely all the details are to be like, and also glitter. Um but uh I don't know, I guess if you all have preferences, if it's something that you love, we'll start stocking more of them. But you kind of have to make all those decisions in a vacuum. All right, Sophie. Sunflowers for Tofu is the handle on that, and I love it. We've talked a little bit about tabletop RPGs lately, and I've just gotta promote real quick. If you haven't had a chance to listen to the Dungeon Booth, I am in season 1, and then we did a live game that will be cut together and released at some point. But there are a few other seasons, and it's Chris Waycamp, uh, of My Hero Academia fame, among many other things. He is a really stellar DM or game master, dungeon master. Um, and he runs us through it's all voice actors, so hence the dungeon booth. And it's such a fun time. And yeah, oh yes, Kyle Phillips did a World of Warcraft stream recently where he's playing an orc named after his orc character, who I actually, did I move all those? I thought I had, I have some prints from our live game. Ba, ba, ba. So it's Limerick, who is me, Thok, who's Kyle Phillips, and Agatha, who is Mallory Rodak. And we did the live game together. But it's so much fun, and even if you don't listen to my season, which you should because it's great, and I love Limerick, creating characters is one of my great joys in life. Um, but it's just a labor of love, and it's so fun. And then I also did a Gilded Light stream, and it's called Character Creation, and Lucas Schuneman did 5 or 6 episodes each with a different actor performer, and it was on the fly randomized character creation, and then we played a little bit as the character at the end, like 20 to 30 minutes. And it was so much fun. Pretty much everything is decided by a dice roll. Like what class you're gonna be, what your background is, what race your character is, where in the world they are. And you just sort of on the fly have to become that character. And I had a lot of fun, and I'm sure other people did too. So that's my tabletop RPG spiel. All right. Flynn? Do we have a Flynn? Did I miss somebody? Oh, this must be for one of the missing VIP orders. Aha, here we go. Flynn. Man, this music's it's like funky now. It's really covering all the... All right. Taylor. One-eyed doe, Taylor. I'm so sorry. This is gonna be like what the last 10 minutes of this is. This is just me. Bueller. Bueller. Abby. Do a little dance. Wait for Abby. All right. I know we're getting to some people that I know are here. That's exciting. All right. JC. JC, if you are still with us, make your presence known. You've been so patient. Hey, hey! Thanks for sticking in there with us. All right. Trying to figure out the best way to do this because I love the quote that you've requested and I want to make sure that it's legible. I'm going to try the paint pen, and if it turns out poorly, I'll get you a new one. All right. It worked. So we've got one of my I also really love this line. It's a little sad contemplative Mona. Fate is called as such, for it cannot be changed. It can only but be accepted. Thank you so much for sticking around. I'm so glad we could do this one live for you. And thank you for the quote. All right. Trevor? Trevor? The big Mona? What is Chrono Cross? I've just been thinking it was like public domain music this whole time. Did you all know? Have you been hearing? Do you guys have favorite video game music? Just I feel like that's so broad, especially now, but I was just thinking of Time Scar and how pumped it gets me. And Hopes and Dreams from Undertale is another one that just hits just right. All right. Jayla? Ace Combat. Oh, Hopes and Dreams. Supreme, it's so good. That all of it. Oh, yes. Oh, you guys are so excited. I love it. Mhm. Ooh, God Shattering Star from Fire Emblem Three Houses. I don't know that one. I'll have to look it up. Nier has got a great soundtrack. Um oh my gosh, Nier, Kingdom Hearts, Genshin, Shadow of the Colossus, all great choices. Um Kingdom Hearts, I actually walked down the aisle to the orchestrated version of Simple and Clean cuz I'm a nerd. Uh which I wear with pride. I don't say that with any shame or exception. We all are, and it's why we're here. It's because we just love the things we love. Oh, Persona, the Velvet Room, great choice. All right, we're going to assume Jayla is not here. I gotta shuffle. Tony, we're starting to get into ones that I think were purchased during the stream. So if you're here, please make it known. I have been playing a ton of Hollow Knight lately. And they're you saying 9-minute score. I can't my brain completely just withheld me. But the troop master that you fight has this incredible score to that fight. The whole game is atmospheric and stunning. I'm not usually like, I love to play games, but I'm not very good at them. So I'll pick up something super casual and put it down. But I'm at 102% completion on Hollow Knight and just hit 124 hours, which I know in a lot of games is not a lot of hours, but for me, I think it may be the most time I've ever put into a single game. And I'm so excited to start it over. All right. Let's see. That was Tony. Lori. Lori with a you have to do the sparkles when these come up. Ooh. Oh, that was a good one. Man, Hollow, it's so good. The original Kingdom Hearts was my all-time favorite game, and it's still very high up there, but I think Hollow Knight has become the favorite. One thing that I love about it is that it rewards perseverance more than it punishes lack of skill. I am a better gamer having played it. I'm technically better. I'm better at platforming. I'm better at the boss fights. Oh, that's really cool that you have the copy that you got to keep off the assembly line. Really give it a shot. The atmosphere is beautiful. It's a little spooky, a little sad, but also adorable. Um it's it's one of those things where I spend a lot of nights playing the game while having like YouTube videos of like 10 hours of the haunted mansion in a thunderstorm, and it's that kind of vibe where it's spooky. There is one part that actually scared me. And it is not a scary game, but there's I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but there's some enemies that are incredibly creepy later on. But gosh, it's so good. And there were some bosses that I logged over 100 attempts on before I beat them, but I never felt like it was impossible. It just was about strategy and getting better. And in the game, when you clear really difficult areas that have environmental damage, you will very often have the opportunity to get an item that makes that damage no longer hurt you. So it rewards you for overcoming really difficult challenges by not making you do them again. And I just really appreciate that. It's a very good game, and there's a sequel coming out eventually. So satisfying, Matthew. You're totally right. There's just something about, and it doesn't feel the game. I was a little bit scared because a lot of people sold it to me as 2D Dark Souls, and I have not played Dark Souls. But I have seen a lot of people play it. I have heard my husband and my friends play it, and I've heard controllers almost get broken. And this never made me feel like that. It is very difficult. But again, it's forgiving, and what I bring to the table is not skill, but it is tenacity, and it rewarded me for that. All right. Alexis, a large monomagistus for Alexis. Wait a second for Alexis, but I will also call upon Cesar. All right. Ulisa? I'm going to start typing these, make it easier. So, Ulisa, if you're here. Also, Jordan. Gonna wait a little bit longer on these because we only have a few left. And again, these are some that look to have been purchased either right before the stream or during the stream. All right. Overlord! Yes, Shaltir Bloodfallen season 4. No, oh, that is helpful. Thank you, Matthew. That's easier than the way I'm doing it. Um, all right. I've got someone's Twitch name, Silent Night. Ah, hey, there you are, Jonathan. And yes, I will delve into destiny in the bottom right. Left. Bottom left. I did read. It. Thank you so much for being here with us. That might be the best my handwriting has looked the entire time, Jonathan. You're lucky. Thank you so much. Yes, give me 1 second. I'm gonna do these in order so that I can then go back and there's just like a particular way to mark them complete. But you are being very helpful. Thank you. I just want to let everybody know that I see and I'm getting there. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for hanging in there with us and for your purchase. And plus Ultura, welcome to the chat. All right. All right. Juan. Are you here, Juan? Let's find my navy blue for this one. For some reason, with certain characters, and I guess just in general, I don't like using the black Sharpie. It just seems really harsh. So even when I need a darker one to show up, I like to pick like a navy blue or something to go with the character's emotion. While we wait for maybe one, we have Supreme! You have been so patient. Mono is your first 5-star and still a staple. Oh, I'm so glad. The love for this character. She's so good. You guys with the puns. I see you. And yes, I will write my favorite, the written in the stars. Written in Sharpie. Thank you so much, seriously, for being here, for your purchase, and for hanging out this whole time. I really, really appreciate you. All right. I'm gonna go back through the chat real quick because there were a few of you who mentioned that you were here now, but I may have skipped you. So let's see. Russell. Okay, give me 1 second. There you are. Give me 1 second to find your number. Give me 1 second to lean over again. Aha! Found it. I promise there is a method to this madness. I have them numbered according to the number in the system to help keep it in order and make sure everybody gets their signature and their print and everything delivered to them correctly. All right. Russell! You also are getting, I will write the quote and then I will say it for you. Those are the words. Russell, can you just confirm for me that this is the print and you want the fate is called as such quote? I just want to make sure I'm not double dipping on something from earlier. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Here is your quote. And, fate is called as such, for it cannot be changed, nor can it be reversed. It can only but be accepted. Oh, I love that one so much. Thank you, and no worries. Thank you so much for being here this whole time. You all have been so lovely. Uh, Thank you for your patience with my tech difficulties and for just being here and chatting. It's made my day. Um, is there anyone else who has been waiting to have something signed before we sign off? And if any of you are free tomorrow, I'll be back, same bat time, same bat channel, doing the same thing. So, if you. Oh, yes, please. Uh, oh my gosh, hello, One Eye Doe. I do. Great. Please let me know. Thank you. Um, if you could let me know the name that it's under, that would be very helpful. And also whether you are a Streamily family member. Toby. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Toby and Taylor, I am looking for both of you right now. So thank you very much for your patience. Toby, here you are. And thank you for being a Streamily family member. One moment, please. I have a separate stack that I've got to lean gracefully over and rummage around it. Aha, here we are. Toby! Thank you so much. Written in the stars. Oh, I love her so, so much. Man, the wait is worth it. You guys are getting all my best handwriting. I've never before. Thank you so much for being here, for hanging out. I seriously appreciate it. I know I'm saying it ad nauseum, but I really, really do. So thank you very much. All right. And Taylor. I hope Mona come home. Come home, Mona. And Taylor, hello. Let me find your correct number. Oh, absolutely, Taylor. Please just type what you'd like in the chat and I'll put it on there for you. Ah, here we are, Taylor. And yeah, feel take your time. Uh, while Taylor types out her quote, Jet the Hawk, are you also waiting on a print? And if so, under what name? And if not, just thanks for being a family member on Streamily. else I played all in one night the other day was Tangle Tower. Oh my gosh, Jet Strike. Yes, hello. You were my very first one over on Streamily, but it took me a while to get going, so sorry about that. Uh, bu- 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 Here you are. Is this correct? And a random monoquote, yes. Hmm. It's my pensive face as I stare into the. I guess it's not the middle distance. That is the very high distance. Thank you so much for all your patience. Oh my gosh, you've been here the whole time. Let's see. We're gonna do Delve into Destiny just because I like to say it, so I'm going to say it for you too. Delve into Destiny! It's those jizz. Thank you so much for being here this whole time. And here you are. Thank you. I appreciate you so, so much. Hey, Marcus. And yes, there are many things that I love about Toru. Her lack of flaps is definitely one of them. Just in case you're watching this out of context, we call the mouth movements that have already been animated flaps. And so with Hagakure from My Hero, with her having no face, I get to have a lot of fun. It can be difficult though. I'm very thankful to have the original language, to have the Japanese seiyuu in there already, because sometimes your instinct is to either just go really, really big with it or really small, and then you hear what they've done and you're like, oh, I see what the scene calls for here. So having that guide is so good. Ah, and Taylor, I see your quote. Let me make sure I have the correct. This is a new one. Okay. I'm going to do my best to make this legible for you. All right. So I love on this print that whatever you write up here, it looks like she's holding. So I've got the quote up there for you, and then your signature with the heart, which is actually my standard signature. I try to draw things that are character specific if I can, but if I can't, I always just put a heart so that you know it's like really me signing your stuff. So I like that we were on the same wavelength. And let me read this quote for you. With rain this heavy, not only are the stars clouded, so too is my scryglass hazy. Can't see a thing. Thank you so much. All right, let me make sure. All right, if you all are just joining us, I am about to wrap up for the day, but if you are here to have your print signed in person, Please put your name and what you have ordered in the chat. If you are just here to join us and hang out, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I will be back tomorrow morning about 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, just kind of doing the same thing, signing prints, chatting, answering questions. This has been so much fun. Give it another couple of minutes just in case you are here. Matthew, if you wouldn't mind, just put a call out in the chat for final signings. Thank you. Oh, let me catch up on some of this. Yes, love Hagakure. Oh my gosh, Perona! I actually have a giant stack of her right here. There is an artist that I work with on several prints, and she did a really cool one of her newest outfit from the manga. Because I fell in love with it. There is just this lovely little moment of it, just like an insert picture of her making sangria with Mihawk's wine. And just cracks me up. And Supreme Guy of Time. I have a thing for her around here somewhere too, but I can't find it. Supreme Guy of Time makes me so happy because I am a fan of Dragon Ball Z. I grew up watching it on Toonami. And to be able, there were some DLC radio frequencies that we put out a while back, but the entire thing was like, okay, so the whole direction for this is she's flying around Kanton City, interviewing all of the Z Senshi and geeking out over them. Do you think you can handle that? And I was like, yeah, no, I can tap into something like that, I'm sure. But being able to like have conversations with Trunks and Vegeta blows my mind every time. It's so good. Nope, she cannot cook. Not for the life of her. It's where we differ. But I would, if I could, I would give her lessons. All right, going once, going twice. All right, well, I'm gonna log off for now. I will be back here again tomorrow. Thank you again for just being here and bearing with me. It has been so fun. I will see you all tomorrow. And if not, I will catch you next time. Have a great weekend. This is also the part where because I'm technologically challenged, I'm gonna try to stop the stream. And if I fail to, I need somebody to text me. I need somebody to Twitter at me, okay? Goodbye. Have such a great day.